My name's Cassie. I am currently 24 and I have a degree in chemistry. Growing up as a kid, I really liked science. I really got excited about playing around with the chemistry kits, that kind of thing in the backyard, sometimes cause a bit of mess. So when I finished high school, chemistry seemed like the perfect option to go with. I met someone that had just come back on exchange from England. She said it was the best time of her life, and so I thought I'd better give it a go. Well, I first went off to one of the exchange information sessions that they run on campus. I talked to some of the people that are involved in running exchange, and they gave me a bit of an information package and some of the options that you can go to, some of the different universities and countries. Right from the get-go, the exchange team here helped me put my application together. They gave me information about where to go to look for more information. So I went off to Sweden, to Curtin University, or KTH as we call it in Sweden, and spent 6 months there. I'd never left the country before I went on exchange, so I hopped on the plane, and the plane ride from Perth to, I think it was Singapore somewhere, I was like, oh no, this is good, I'm excited, I'm pumped. And then the plane ride from Singapore to Helsinki in Finland, I think I cried for about 50% of the way there, just because I was so terrified. I was wondering what I was doing with my life. I was leaving family and friends behind in Perth and off to this strange place that I'd never been to before. They didn't speak English, and then by the time I got to Sweden, I was still a little bit nervous, but I'd kind of settled down a little bit. I hopped off the plane and someone from the university was there to greet me, along with a whole bunch of other international exchange students that were arriving at the same time. So I felt pretty much instantaneously better. We all travelled as a group to the university to get some information about our accommodation and how the process was going to work. So during the first month that I was in Sweden was a bit of an orientation couple of weeks. So I disappeared for a week and went down to Italy and met up with some friends, which was exciting and great and a lot different from Sweden, a lot less English spoken, which was a bit scary. And then throughout the semester, I did a tour to St. Petersburg and Helsinki and a couple of different areas for a couple of days. It was amazing being able to see such a huge difference just by going maybe 12 hours on a boat across the ocean to Russia, and Russia was a different world entirely. I made sure that when I went to Sweden that they did teach in English, because that was obviously a concern, not speaking Swedish. But it was fantastic. Most of the courses that I was doing over there, I had to do the prep work before I went to make sure they aligned with some of the courses that I would have been doing in Perth at Curtin, and they did, so a lot of the content was pretty much identical to what I would have been doing here. So the transport in Sweden is amazing. The subway, the tunnelbana, and buses are second to none. In terms of the people were very polite, but being a slightly loud and very friendly Australian, I found that they wanted to speak to me just as much as I did to them once we got chatting. The food was great, a few meatballs, lots of salmon, lots of fresh fish, lots of dill. They really like the herb dill over there, and lots of schnapps. They like schnapps a lot as well. Once my semesters was finished, then I disappeared and did a bit more travel and went through Europe and spent a week skiing in Austria and spent all of my money, but it was definitely worth it. If you ask anyone that went on exchange, they always say it was an amazing 6 months, and I don't know that I could pick out one moment, but probably the people that I met over there. So being able to talk to and get to know a whole range of different people, Australians and Swedish and everyone else. And it meant that when I went travelling after exchange, I had about 20 different couches to sleep on through Europe, so that was a definite bonus too. Gives you a new angle on life, gives you a new angle on the way other people live and appreciation for the differences in the world. For anyone thinking about going on exchange, I definitely encourage it. Do it. Don't even hesitate. It's scary and it's terrifying and there's a bit of paperwork and legwork involved, but I guarantee it's worthwhile.